Baseball family, what we decided to do in honor of this year's Olympics and in hopes of next year's or the next Summer Olympics, where we're hoping baseball will be a thing. They said it will be. They've got sites designated and everything already for the LA Olympics in 4 years. Anyway, in honor of all of that news, Brad and I decided we would draft what would be this year's Team USA.
Should they allow big leaguers to go?
Right. If they allowed big leaguers into the Olympics for this Olympics, which none of it which is happening, but we thought it would be fun.
Just having fun.
Yeah. So each of the players that we have selected must have been born in the United States. And we're just, because it's a two-person draft, we've just made our selections too deep. And then if I say, Brad, if we don't pick, like if of the two we've chosen, if there's a hanging third or fourth, if we don't overlap on both, then I say we announce the backup or the runner-up or whatever
Okay,
you want
because
to call
I'm
it for
three
that
deep
position.
on a couple I went three deep on
Mhm.
a couple because I had a hard time filling a couple positions. So I grabbed guys that like do play the position, but it's not their primary position, right?
Right. I moved some guys
So
around. Yeah.
okay, all right, okay, we're on the same page
Yeah.
here. That's good to know.
I did a little bit of
Now,
that too.
do we want to make this fair and go snake style? You, me, you, and back and forth.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
If you promise to keep track of it, then I'll do it that way.
Okay. Well, basically, we just get to do 2 picks in a row, I think is the way that it works.
Yeah. Whoever picked last goes again. Okay. All right.
Good. All right.
Baseball family, go along with us and in the comments let us know who you think should be on this team. And if you're not listening from USA, we want to know who you would draft for your nation and the representation of that nation.
We see you, South Korea. We see you, South
We
Korea. Let us know who you want on your team.
That's
For
right.
those of you who don't know,
Dominican.
our show, we've been very happy about this, very excited about it. We haven't given enough attention to it. We've been a top 100 show in South Korea for like a month and a half now. And this is very excited for us. Very
Yeah,
exciting.
and
So,
we love the KBO. So this is we see you. Like Brad, that's a great way to put it. We see you. We're grateful for you. We love you just like everybody else, and we want to know who you would have on your Olympics roster if you could involve all of the KBO, all of MLB, Korean-born players. All right.
all right, let's get it.
Brad, I'm going to let you go first.
Okay, I was gonna do paper rock scissors to see who
Oh,
got to go
yes.
first.
No, that is exactly
All
the
right,
right
ready?
answer.
Okay, ready?
Yep. Wait, the 4 count, right? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah, I'll shoot. Okay, good. I'm glad.
Okay,
I'm
I'll
glad you're a
shoot.
normal
Okay,
person,
ready?
Brig, because
Well,
why
listen,
would you shoot any other
I'm in a
time?
house full of 7-year-olds. I have to explain this more often than you think.
But anyway, all right, ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
5 minutes later.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, I go
Okay, you go
first.
first. All right.
Thank goodness. Jeez. Okay, so we're gonna go catcher all the way down
We're
to
gonna go any
closer.
position, any order you want.
Oh no! We are.
Yeah, because like if you feel like your best
Oh,
player is a shortstop, draft your shortstop first.
Brad.
However
Fine.
you want, Brig.
I didn't want to do it that way, but that's fine. You're right. We should do it that way. You're
Because
right.
that's how a draft works. It's like a fantasy draft.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. Okay. I'm gonna draft my center fielder, and it's gonna be Aaron Judge.
Okay, I knew you would.
Yeah.
So I picked the next best guy in line that I could think of, who is an American born and who's just red hot right now, Jaron Duran.
Oh, okay. All right. I can't pick John Duran later. Thanks, dude.
All right. So my next pick, I'm gonna pick I'm actually going with my second baseman. I'm gonna go with Mookie Betts.
Mm,
I know he's
okay.
been a shortstop this year, but I think he's a better option at second base for this team.
Okay. Makes sense. Then in that case, I'm gonna pick. Okay. I'm gonna pick my catcher. I want
Okay.
JT Realmuto.
Okay, you can have him. That's fine.
You would.
Okay, go with your next pick.
Okay. My next pick is going to be my starting pitcher, and I'm going to go with Corbin Burns.
Solid pick. Solid pick.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. My shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
will be Gunnar Henderson.
Okay.
And then my third baseman is actually going to be Bobby Witt Jr.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, you did.
You're not a very kind person, because now I have to go looking for a shortstop. Mid-draft scramble. Thanks, Brad.
I had them 1-2 at shortstop too, but I was like, but what if my third baseman gets picked?
Yeah. Well, and I had a very similar thing going on. In that case, I'm going to go with my third baseman. Nope, my first baseman. My third baseman's going to be Alec Boehm.
Nice. Yeah, I had him on my list.
And then my first baseman's going to be Brother Harper.
Oh, man. Okay, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
My first baseman, I'm going to go with Frederick Freeman.
Okay. Yep.
And I'm going to go with another outfielder. I'm going to go. My left fielder is going to be Stephen Kwan.
Oh, good one. Okay, my left fielder is going to be Brent Rooker.
Dang. You took my DHs are gone now. Shoot.
Yeah. And my right fielder is going to be Kyle Tucker.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
He's got to get healthy before the Olympics.
Yeah, but think of all the postseason experience and high leverage situations. That dude knows what he's doing.
Oh, I mean, he's our favorite right fielder. Am I not?
Easily.
Am I wrong there?
No.
Him and Juan Soto have got to be the guys.
Yeah. You can't pick Soto for this, but.
Nope, he's Dominican. Okay. I'm going to go with my closer. Okay. I want Mason Miller.
You would.
And then I know what we went with. So we went with one reliever, one starter, one closer. And so when I was thinking reliever, I was thinking setup man. So I'm going to be honest with you, Brig, I cheated a little bit.
Oh, man.
But I guess he's a setup man this year. Ryan Presley is my reliever.
Ooh, okay. All right. I'm not sad about that. I did a little finagling with my pitchers too, so it's okay. My closer.
Yeah, I mean, technically you could grab a closer and be like, I mean, he sets up sometimes. Or he has set up at some point in his career, right? He's been a regular old reliever.
Exactly right. My second baseman is going to be Marcus Semien. Again, with the postseason experience, and his stats look great this year. Dude is awesome. He knows exactly what he's doing.
My other second baseman.
Good leadership options in the clubhouse. It's going to be great. And then my closer is going to be Josh Hader.
Josh Hader.
Yep.
Okay. Just hope he isolates himself from the rest of the team.
Well, yeah. Closers hang out by themselves, Brad.
Okay. I have a solution to my problem here. Okay. My catcher is going to be Adley Rutschman.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And then my DH is actually going to be Cal Raleigh.
Oh.
He's been DH.
My DH is going to be Kyle Schwarber.
I thought you already had Brother Harper as your DH.
No, he's my first baseman.
Oh, and then you have Rooker in the outfield. Oh, that's right. Oh, my goodness. Because I had Harper as my DH, and then I had Rooker as my other one.
Ah, yeah, no, I moved him around.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
And then my setup guy, my middle relief guy, my guy that needs to maybe eat up some innings or can come in and just get us out of a jam or whatever, is going to be Garrett Crochet.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's some good finagling. I like that.
Thank you.
Okay, I have two guys left then. So I have my starting pitcher is going to be Tyler Glasnow.
Very good. Very good choice.
And then my last outfielder is going to be Christian Yelich.
Bro, he was my backup DH.
Yeah.
What a terrific choice.
He's come back. He's found his way back, and he's done the whole international baseball thing before. So I love it.
Exactly.
Although you think about it, though, like you look at a lot of these guys, like especially the stars, you look at their baseball reference profiles. A
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
them played international baseball at some point growing up. They played for
They
some
did.
version of Team USA, which I think is crazy. Like,
I
could you imagine
I do
being
too.
like 14 and like, well, we got to go play Puerto Rico in Florida next week? Like,
Yeah.
what?
Keep
That'd be amazing.
filibustering because I have to get a third baseman on here.
You
I
still
got
need
it.
a third baseman? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, are you done with your you got your
This is,
roster
I got to
lined up?
double check, but I'm pretty sure that my whole team is all set now. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
think you
good.
are. Okay.
Yep.
No, I mean I need a shortstop, not a third baseman. What am I doing?
Okay.
Shortstop.
Well, I mean, a lot of times they're interchangeable. So,
Not
oh yeah,
every
because
time, but yeah.
I took Whit and Henderson. I took the two best
You
guys.
took Witt and Henderson.
Yeah,
Dirty,
dude.
dirty, dirty,
You know
dirty.
that's right.
And you took Mookie Betts. So
You're right. I did.
yeah, you did. It's a
You just
great
call
lineup.
this Team USA Padres because we're trotting out a whole bunch of shortstops so we can beat our international competition with athleticism
That's not a bad
and
choice. Let's be
and
honest.
defensive ability. Even though these
Um,
guys like legitimately are some of the best hitters in the league right now.
no, they really are. Okay, my shortstop, given what's left and the restrictions required by this experiment that we're doing, it is not an easy one. It's not easy.
No, it's not. It's really tough.
Yeah, I got to go with a guy with a lot of postseason experience. He's got a good average this year. His OPS is over 1, and it's going to be Trey Turner. Good speed on the base paths. He's going to steal you a bag. Trey
And you know what he's
Turner.
gonna do? You know what he's
Hmm.
gonna do for you too?
What?
He's gonna play out of his mind.
Oh yeah, he's gonna. Dude loves the pressure, man. He's so good.
Well, especially international. Like, do you remember the
Yeah,
WBC when we were like,
bro.
who is this
Do I
guy and where
remember?
did he come from?
Do I remember the WBC?
My
I
goodness.
was there, bro. I was there.
You literally were there. That's true.
Okay.
100%.
So
All right,
this
should we
was
run
really
through our
quick. So
it's a
run
lot
through
quicker.
your
Let's run
lineup
through them
really
real quick.
quick and
Okay.
justify some of them as needed.
Okay, so Tyler Glasnow, I don't feel like I need to justify him so much. He's my starting pitcher. He's a front runner for the Cy Young in the National League, I feel like, and rightfully so. He's just got to make sure that he comes back healthy after the break.
Yeah.
When it's his turn to pitch, Ryan Presley, longtime closer, has been put into the setup role with the Astros, and after a rough start this year, has gotten back to being very, very, very good, like
Yeah.
we've known. Closer, there is no closer in baseball right now who's hotter than Mason Miller.
It's true.
So I feel like that is fully justified. Adley Rutschman. I know that Gunnar Henderson is your MVP this year, but the
For sure.
immediate turnaround, the switch that was flipped with the Orioles the day Adley Rutschman was called up was insane.
Unbelievable.
I mean, is he Captain America? Is he Captain America on this team? He might just be.
He might be. Yeah. He
Okay.
honestly, he might be.
Like, really. So I'm going to go Freddie Freeman at first base because you've got a lot of power other places in this lineup. And Freddie can hit for power, but he also hits big time for average, right?
He does. Yes.
So get him on base and everybody else will drive him in. Same thing with Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts, I feel like, is a natural second baseman. He's better there defensively, especially when you have guys like Gunnar Henderson and Bobby Witt who can slot in there if needed. So I want Mookie Betts at second base, especially as he slows down a touch as he's aging.
Yep.
Bobby Witt Jr., what do you do with a shortstop who's been slotted out of his position? You move him to third base. Ask A-Rod. It works.
It's the
And
only answer.
He's played there more too, so it works out to put him at third base because then you've got Gunnar Henderson. You're super strong up the middle. Can you imagine any team with Gunnar Henderson, Mookie Betts at the middle? Holy smokes!
No.
Sign me up for
Not with Bobby
that.
Witt in the corner. Like, come on, man.
Man, yeah, you're unstoppable. And then your
Yeah.
outfield, I've got Jaron Duran anchoring, holding everything down in center field. He's the fastest guy out there. He's the best defensively. Steven Kwan is your left fielder, pretty typical. That's another great bat for you as well. Christian Yelich in right field, I think, because I think he's been playing a lot of left field for the Brewers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna double check that real quick. That's
Do
where
it. Double
he's been.
check. But
Um,
he kind of platoons around the outfield a little bit over the last few years.
so they have him. So he's listed like as a left fielder
Mm-hmm.
on Baseball Reference. He has not played anything. Like he's DH'd and played left field this year. He
Cool.
hasn't played right field since 2021, and it was like very, very little. So,
Mm-hmm.
so he's a left fielder. But I think as he ages, I think they'll move him around to right field more. Which it's an adjustment because you have to adjust to the way the ball comes off the right-handed bat compared to the left-handed bat, things like that. But anyway, I think it'll work for him, and I think that that's a great spot for him, especially with Quan and Duran holding down their positions. And then Cal Raleigh is a power-hitting catcher from both sides, just like Adley Rutschman from both sides, who can DH. He strikes out a lot, but if he's not striking out, he's crushing 400-foot bombs for you and coming in the clutch. So
Yeah.
Adley Rutschman needs a day off. Slot Cal Raleigh in there and swap him around. Put Adley Rutschman at the DH. So that's why I've got Raleigh there at that last spot. So I'll go run through yours real quick, Brig.
All right. My catcher's JT Realmuto, and I want to talk about him a little bit. The guy has postseason experience. And the thing about JT Realmuto's postseason experience is that it doesn't fall off dramatically from the regular season. He is consistent through the regular season. His postseason numbers look very, very similar. So, for example, 2023, he hit 265 average and his OPS was 825. This year already, he's at 262 and his OPS is at 722. So, I want a guy who's consistent. Also, we know he's one of the best defensive catchers in the game. You're not going to have any problems there.
But we are assuming everybody's healthy at this time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Everybody's healthy. Brother Harper makes a ton of sense. I don't think I have to justify Brother Harper. Marcus Semien is really interesting. I came with Marcus Semien because of his postseason experience. Also, he's just plain solid. Like, let's be honest. But he's another guy that's average. He's a small ball hitter. He's not going to drive in a ton of home runs, but when he needs to, he can. So I want a guy who's excellent defensively and will still get on base. His on base percentage is at 704 right now, and I think for a second baseman, that's all you can ask for. That is plenty.
That's his OPS. His OPS is 706.
Oh, sorry, his OPS.
On base
his
is
OBP 314. Yeah.
Well, and the other thing
Anyway,
about Semien is he's going to play because that dude plays every single day.
Yeah, you're not worried about him at all. Alec Boehm, terrific. And I'll get into some other things in the back at the end. I got some other things I want to do with this. But Trey Turner, we already talked about. Brent Rooker, what's interesting about Brent Rooker is that he can swap in as a DH and he can spell a guy here and there. But he's always going to be a defensive powerhouse. You're not going to have to worry about him defensively. And because I'm a Yankees fan, I worry about left field often over the last handful of years. Verdugo's doing well. So when I was putting this together, I needed a guy who's defensively solid in left field. And then we know Brent Rooker can hit for power. And that's what I want out of my outfield. Aaron Judge, exactly the same thing. Clutch, capable, just totally solid. Kyle Tucker, best right fielder in baseball. I don't think that's any question. I don't think it's been a question for the last couple of years.
As a Yankee fan, you're saying he's the best right fielder in baseball.
He's one of them. If he's not the best, he's one of them.
I was going to say, because you got Juan Soto in your right field, sir.
Right. Okay. He's the best U.S.-born right fielder in baseball.
You worry me, Brig. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. No. Yeah, but until, yeah. I still think he gives Juan Soto a run for his money, especially, if not this year, then the last couple. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Schwarbaum, dude, Kyle Schwarber, he knows how to play postseason baseball. I don't care what's going on in the regular season. When the stakes are high, Kyle Schwarber's going to come through for you, and he's going to be a solid rock. He's also fun, and so he'll lighten up the clubhouse in tough situations. And you don't have to have him in left field if you don't want to, but you can. If you need to do some defensive finagling, he's not horrible in the outfield, right? Okay, Corbin Burns is the one I'm really excited to talk about. Corbin Burns has pitched 8 postseason games, right? So I'm thinking high leverage situations. So I looked at guys with postseason experience. As you can see on my list, there's a ton of postseason experience. which is why I didn't go with some other guys that might have made a lot more sense. But Corbin Burns has a whip under 1. He's at 0.89 across his postseason experience, which is just terrific. His ERA in the postseason is 2.84. What?
How many games does he pitch in the postseason?
8.
That's a good sample size.
It's a good sample size. Yep. 19 innings total. Yeah. He had 6 games in 2018 was the most, obviously. 6 games 2018. 2.00 ERA, a .56 whip, and 9 innings pitched in those games. So the only problem with Corbin Burns in the postseason following the 2018 campaign is that he simply hasn't had enough opportunities. That's the only thing. So if you look at his numbers and you're like, what's that 9 ERA in 1 game in 2023? Get out of here. He's not that guy right now. He's not. And that was a fluke one-off.
Mm-hmm.
So Crochet's easy. He just move him from a starting position to a setup, long relief. And then Josh Hader. Lots of postseason experience, knows what he's doing. Just going to shut it down.
Yeah. Better be meaningful games where he's not going to want in them, though.
Exactly. Right. And on this stage,
how do you think he feels about the round robin portion of the tournament? Is he like, we're moving on anyway, you don't need me out there? Is that the kind of attitude he brings to that team?
I could see him doing that, which is why you got Crochet, a guy like Crochet in there to eat up a lot of innings and make it not a big deal.
Crochet go out there, get a 6-out save. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Question for you, Brad.
Okay.
Who are the guys we didn't talk about that were on your list scattered, onesie, twosie? Do you have
anybody? Deleted them all. Give me just a second to get back. So I had Jordan Westberg was another third baseman I had.
Yeah.
And he was an all-star this year, and he's been great. I mean, obviously all those guys on the Orioles have been outstanding. Bryce Reynolds is another outfielder I had. I had him like 5 deep. I was initially going to go with Logan Gilbert as one of my pitchers.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, that is such a homer pick. He's been the best in Seattle, which is one of the best pitching staffs in baseball. But there are individual guys who are better. So that's why I went with Glasnow instead of Gilbert. Mm-hmm. Paul Sewald I went with as one of my relievers. Because I feel like, so this is one of the things with Paul Sewald that's really interesting is they always talk about how he doesn't throw hard. He's like 91, 92, right?
Sure.
But there's something about his pitch, his fastball, that you can't see it. So guys can't hit it. That he'll go through like a spell where it's like, oh, everybody sees it all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden they don't see it anymore. It's really weird. Yeah. And so I feel like if he's going up against a bunch of guys who have not seen his fastball before and are like, you literally cannot see that ball, then he's going to be fine for 5 games, right?
Yeah.
One of my other closers was Pete Fairbanks.
Ooh, interesting.
With the Rays. So there were a couple reasons. Pete Fairbanks is really good, first off. And second, have you listened to his post-game interviews?
No.
Hilarious. That dude is so funny, so snarky, so sarcastic, and so funny. I was like, if you're going to have a clubhouse guy, it's going to be him. He's got a great personality for every clubhouse. So I'd probably bring him in as part of the bullpen. Yeah. I also had Pete Alonso as the first baseman. Because I think he's obviously an excellent option as well. Sure. And then that's really it out of anybody who wasn't picked. Who else did you have?
So my backup catcher option was William Contreras. And you know how much we love him.
We do love him.
Yeah. So you should look up his stats really quick because they are
I'm headed to look up William Contreras right now because there might be a problem with that pick break.
Oh, why?
Because he's Venezuelan.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh, then he's not on my list.
Yeah.
Negative Ghostwriter.
I'm pretty sure he's not American-born ballplayer.
Thank you. Jonathan India was a backup second baseman I toyed with for a long time. The only reason
you can put him anywhere.
Yeah, and that's a big deal. Keep that thought in mind. The only reason I didn't go with Jonathan India is because he doesn't have postseason experience, and I really wanted that on this roster. I don't think it's the end-all be-all decision maker, but against Marcus Semien, I thought all things being equal, give me Jonathan India or give
And
me
he's
Marcus
got
Semien
Simeon's got that Iron Man thing going for him too.
for sure. The another one that's really interesting is IKF, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Okay,
Your super
now listen to
utility.
me.
We should have
Here's
drafted a
why.
utility
Yeah,
guy.
super utility player. Right now, they've got him playing third base in Toronto. He has postseason experience, and again, his postseason experience is consistent with his regular season experience. So that's his stats line up 1-to-1. It's very cool. But listen to his stats this year in Toronto, okay? Over 82 games, he has had 257 at-bats, right? He's hitting 292, 338, 420. His OPS is 758. His overall WAR already right now is 3.1, according to Baseball Reference. And we know he's capable defender. He'll make an error every now and then. Everybody knows that, and that's fine. But he's very capable. So it's pretty cool. I was pretty excited about it. Before we're done, Brad, can we do a quick? I know we want to go, but let me do one more thing I have in mind. Is that okay?
You're good. You're good. Go
Okay.
ahead. Yeah, you're good.
Who's your catcher?
Adley Rutschman is my starting
Would
catcher.
you take Rutschman over Real Muto in this situation?
Honestly, I might, just because of his age.
Okay.
Make it. I would probably go primarily with a youth movement on this team because that's kind of what I did. But
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. I went the opposite. That's interesting.
yeah, you did. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do this for every position. Let's go head to
Okay.
head. Bryce Harper or Freddie Freeman?
Harper.
Yeah. Who's your second baseman again?
Mookie Betts.
Over Semien?
Yeah, I go with Betts.
Easy. Same.
Yeah.
Alec Boehm for third base. Who's yours?
Bobby Witt.
Ugh,
I
what
don't
are you
know.
going to do
I
there?
might go Boehm just because it's his natural position. He plays there every day, and Bobby
Yeah.
Witt Jr. does not. I know I took Witt over Boehm, but still.
So that's why this is interesting. Now we clear the board, and now we get to choose.
Yeah.
If we were building it together now, who would we put on there?
Yeah.
Shortstop?
Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah, I would go with him over Trey Turner. Left fielder. I have Brent Rooker.
I have Steven Kwan. Honestly,
That's a
I'd
tough one.
take Kwan. I'd take Kwan. So this is something interesting that I noticed the other day. So a lot of Mariners fans are like, trade for Brent Rooker, trade for Brent Rooker. And I'm like, okay, I love Brent Rooker. He's fantastic. Like, he's really
Yeah.
great. But I'm like, you get so aggravated over strikeouts, folks. Guess what? Cal Raleigh is number one. Guess who's number two in the American League in strikeouts? Brent Rooker.
Brent Rooker.
Raleigh's got 118, Rooker's got 113. So it's just going to be more strikeouts added to that lineup. He gets on base more, but still, you're going to be aggravated with those strikeouts. And that was a big turnoff for me because Kwan doesn't strike out.
Right. Now, Stephen Kwan or Jarren Duran?
Ooh.
Right?
I would probably still go Kwan just because
Okay.
he's been more steady through the course of his career, right?
Yeah, well,
Because obviously we're going to take Judge in center field.
Yeah, take Judge at center field. And then who I also could consider Byron Buxton there for a minute, by the way. Right fielder, I've got Kyle Tucker, and you have?
Christian Yelich, but I'd take Tucker.
Yeah, I would
More
too.
steady.
Kyle Schwarber at DH. Who's your DH again?
Cal Raleigh, but I'd probably take Schwarber just because of experience and consistency.
Starting pitcher, we don't have to choose between because guess what? They're going to have more than
We
one.
can use them.
Yeah. So
Same
I for
relievers.
my relief pitchers, I toyed between David Robinson and Ryan Helsley as well. Those are the other two names I came up with.
Those are good. Those are really good.
And then my closer is Josh Hader. Who's your closer again?
Mason Miller.
Whoa, we did the same thing, opposites.
Yeah. What
Who
if
would you go with?
let's put Mason Miller in as the setup guy and Hader as the closer.
There you go.
So
I
you're
like it.
facing 104 and then 101 from the other side
Yeah,
of the plate.
that's perfect. Now you're cooked. Baseball
Oh, so
family, we hope you
scary.
enjoyed this little experimentation that we did. We sure had a lot of fun putting it together. Again, let us know in the comments what you think, who you would draft if you were drafting the team to represent your country, whatever that is, and drop it in the comments.